Yes, it's been a while and I'm back. New year, new internet, new game. Yes, my name is Scripter. Hello everybody, how are you doing today? We are checking out a Dyson Sphere program. Now if you don't know what a Dyson Sphere is, it's right there. It's on screen. Yep, I can see it, you should be able to see it. That in the middle there is a sun, and around that sun is a spherical something. That's a Dyson Sphere. A Dyson Sphere is a theoretical construct by which you encapsulate a sun within a ball. And that ball is basically equipped with solar panels and everything you need to capture all the output of the sun. So from the outside, you won't even be able to see the sun anymore. It's completely dark. Because all the energy that the sun produces is captured by this Dyson Sphere. What do you need that for? Well, that's pretty much the biggest power generator you can build. Now obviously, if you think about how big the sun is, speaking of our sun, not even speaking about, you know, red giants and stuff like that, that's a big ball. Yep, a big space ball. Anybody out there who still gets that reference? That's a good start. Okay, so I had a look a little bit. That's why it has a continue button, because I did play a little bit because, well, you know, couldn't help myself. I saw it, I bought it, it looked like Factorio in space. It is Factorio in space, with a little Satisfactory in there, with, well, a couple other games in there as well. You might find some similarities, so without further ado, let's just hop right in. This is the new game screen. On the right hand side you can see we have a bunch of different stars. Within this, I guess it's a sector or cluster. It says cluster, so let's go with cluster, excuse me, wow. So, there's a black hole right here, there's a neutron star over there. Easy to see. Those colors are easy to spot. Well, the black is not really that easy to spot, but once you see it, you see it. This one, you see it's at the back of the whole cluster. You can still see it. It's, you know, that purplish thing. And why am I telling you this? Because those will be pretty important at some point. I haven't played that far. I've played for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. Restarted in between, just, you know, little game to get used to how it works, and then a little game to try and Factorio it up. Yeah, worked out pretty well. So let's go and get some random seed going. See the black holes over there? You're white dwarf, nice. Neutron star is not there. Where is it? See, I just told you can spot it easily. Ah, it's over there. Okay, well, let's have those a little closer. That looks good. The black hole is all the way out here, but the neutron star is right there, and we are starting here. That's not too far away, it seems, although I guess we will have to follow these space lanes, whatever they are. Warp bridges. You pick a name. There's all the science fiction out there, so you pick a name. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go with this. What are you going to do here? Oh, I'm not gonna explain it. I'm gonna let the game explain it, because we're just gonna hit start, and here you go. Also, that loading animation. If that's real-time calculated, I want that code. That looks cool. I want that on my apps.
Welcome to the actual universe.
The actual
You may
universe.
find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
Slingshot maneuver around the sun. Oh, wow. This headset is Dolby Digital 5.1. I just heard that go. Nice.
Everything here is yours. As one of Cosmo
all right.
and
That's
the
cool.
pioneer of the Dyson Sphere program, you will explore this cluster step by step.
Hope it's loud enough.
By using the resources
That's a
here
gas
to
giant.
construct the Dyson Sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain homeland,
Another
starting
slingshot?
from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development. Now please drive the space capsule to the planet.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Oh, I'm in control? Cool. W. Let's go somewhere else. No, let's not do that. It's probably not a good idea. Anything I can do here? Shift, go faster. No? Well, okay, well, we just have to get there. Let's crash. This looks like Spore, doesn't it?
Now you are about to reach the designated planet.
Don't drop in the water. I don't want to go through the creature creation phase, please. So I can already see the resources on the planet. There's some blue, there's some gray, there's some... well, it looks like copper. So I guess the color is copper. I have a cursor. I have an animation.
This is Icarus,
And I have
a
Bumblebee.
lightweight industrial mecha
AKA Icarus.
with powerful functionality. You can use the arrow keys or right-click on the destination to control its movement. In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to travel beyond the stars and create miracles.
Yes, that is what we're going to do. So, a little bit of background history about the lore of this game.
Now
We
try to
are-
recycle the space capsule. Right-click on it to recycle.
Shut up. So first of all, tutorial stuff up here, you just do this. And you just double click that guy. Gone. He will come back, believe me, he's pretty annoying. You can set it up. I like clear menus, this is gorgeous. I'm a software developer, this is how I would design apps. It's two colors, they're pretty distinct, they're not in your face, and the background is black. What more do you want? I mean, it's perfect. So, you go in here, and you can go gameplay, move building tile, wall, whatever, third person mode. Yeah, that's all cool. You can reverse all the things, miscellaneous. Only show necessary tips. I've already ticked that. If you go show all tips, you know, it's the first stream. We gotta do it right. You're gonna experience it. Ah, look at the UI. This is a game developed by like 5 people. In China, I believe. When you start the game for the first time, it asks you, pick a language. One, I can't identify whatever it is. It might be Chinese, might be Korean, might be Bhutan, I don't know. And the other is English, so I went with English because reasons, I guess. So, first of all, looks beautiful. Look, the trees are moving, everything is in motion. Even the waves. This looks gorgeous. It's currently taking 2.3% CPU. I mean, this is a pretty ballerific Ryzen. But 2%. And another 2% just for OBS to stream this. That's it. I love it. So, Bumblebee is here. Lore of the game. While we still can. I can't zoom out any further. That will change soon. You can see... not me, this button. You can see the stars that we just had in the cluster over there in the background. Some of them have names because they are close enough. Who are we? What are we? Why are we
Yet you have
circling
not unlocked the
Javin
construction
4?
menu, which will
Shut up! So, in this distant future, or maybe it's a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I never know. They didn't tell me. Science has advanced to a stage where life has become digital. We are all living, not in a yellow submarine, in a cyberverse. So, you're basically uploaded onto the internet. That's it. So we don't need buildings, we don't need anything, we just need, you know, a big Google farm of storage servers and a lot of energy. And that's why we're here. Civilization is growing inside the universe wide web. Is that a thing? Well, it's here, so I guess it is. Look at that. Oh, look at that! That's just, the graphics on this thing are freaking gorgeous. You have distortion when you go into the atmosphere. All that, look at that. And it's flawless zooming and everything. I'm digressing quite heavily, and I will continue to do so, because it's a gorgeous game. So, we need to make more energy, and as I've introduced in the beginning, it's called Dyson Sphere Program. We are going to construct the Dyson Sphere eventually. Look at that sunset. Look at the light rays, look at the color changes. This is absolutely beautiful. I said that before, right? I ruined it. Okay, that's what I do. Shadows are getting longer, all the things. What's my graphic settings on this? I could probably do that, no problem. I could go higher. But yeah, that should be more than enough since they're streaming 60 FPS. Should be, yeah, it's doing that, it's fine. This is the settings it came with, pretty much. Other than the full screen. I don't like full screen. It doesn't have a borderless windowed mode. But then I use borderless gaming. It's a tool you can buy for like $5 on Steam. And with that, you can capture any window and make it borderless. No problem whatsoever. So I've been using that for pretty much everything, including Minecraft. I just hate to have to alt-tab out. You never know what the game does. It might crash the stream, might distort the video or whatever. This way I can just move the mouse, see off screen to the other monitor and all that. It's cool. It's definitely cool. So yeah, let's go with that. I don't know if you can actually show FPS in game somewhere. It's probably a console command somewhere that they haven't divulged yet. Anyway, tutorial guy just told us what to do, right? Nobody listens. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna right click this and harvest it. And when you hover over it, it tells you what you get. 5 fuel capsules or whatever. You see,
you can use the same operation to collect resources, such as trees, gravel, etc. In the meantime, hold down Shift and right-click to give a series of commands.
Yeah.
You receive several items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen to open the cabin to view them.
Best thing about this game so far, all the buttons here, they all have hotkeys, as you can see. H, E, F, C, P. If you look at that, it's all around WASD. You don't have to move your hand away from WASD for anything. And the most important ones, I think it's T, F, and C. They're right there.
You can hold down mouse middle button drag to rotate the angle of view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Mortuary. Cheers. Just go. My voice is kind of low compared to computer audio. That's not a thing. Where am I? No, I'm looking good. Yeah, that's way too much. Let's move that down a little bit. Well, you need to let me know if that's good. So you can WASD around. It respects your point of view, so W is always upwards, S is always down. I just had to look at my keyboard that it actually was S. Right, or you can just right-click and let him go. You can queue up commands. So if you right-click like this stone over here, we'll go and harvest. As you can see, the pop-up there tells me I get 6 stone from that. And 6 titanium ore, which didn't tell me because that's something rare. It's kind of a roll that you do whenever you harvest stuff. So you can shift right click and queue other stuff up. What I want, some trees and some shrubs. And once you let go of shift, it zooms back and send us on your Icarus. Icarus is a cool name for that robot. You know Icarus from, what was it, the Greek saga? The one who flew too close to the sun, considering we're building a Dyson sphere around it. Perfect choice. Couldn't have done that any better myself. Anyway, so hit E for the inventory. That's our inventory. First thing you want to know that there's a sort button. Absolutely important. It stacks stuff, it sorts items. I don't know in which way it sorts it, but it does sort it, so that's good. Also, whenever you have something open, when you click on something, when you have any of the menus, hover over anything, on the right hand side you get the appropriate tooltip. Well, kind of tooltip, right? The appropriate actions you can take. Just keep an eye on that if you're trying to play it yourself, because that tells you more than the guy in the tutorial thing. That advisor is kind of annoying. Alright, you have your planet on the lower left. You can't click it. That will change. There's a star map. Middle mouse button. There's our cluster. You're here. Okay, press V again and you're back. Can I? Yes, planetary view is M.
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button. Drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the north.
That's the North Pole. That's the South Pole. N writes it up north.
In the planet view mode, slide the mouse wheel.
Unfortunately, once you go back out, it rotates it back. I don't know if it's really unfortunate, because you get back to however you were zoomed in before. That might actually be good when you're building stuff and you have your main bus going and everything. I usually just go out here and do this just to see where I am, where my equator is and stuff. And when I go back in, if you use the mouse wheel, you keep it centered, but you're still in planet view mode, so you still need to get back out, and then it does that again. So yeah, it's a bit of a thing. So let's have a look around. That is coal. That is stone. That is iron. That is copper. We have the main 4 resources here. Oh, there's more coal. Oh, that's lovely. Let's go back into planet mode because I want to see what this planet looks like. And it looks like we have a nice long stretch of land where we can just build our main bus. If you don't know what a main bus is, go play Factorio, come back when you're done. Honestly, that's how it works, right? Lots of water, more copper, more iron, more stone, all the things. Yeah, that's looking good. This is a good start. I think I thunked it. Don't know where that came from. I think we're gonna start up there. Where am I? Right here. Yeah. Move over there. Down here is our energy. You can see it depletes. If you stand still, it should fill back up slowly. Unfortunately, only due to solar power. We don't currently have anything to fuel our mech. That will change. You go E, you see we have harvested some logs and some shrubs. And as you can see, it just says it right there. It's fuel. It's nothing else. It's fuel. You hit C, or somewhere down here, right there, mecha panel. You get your mech core capacitance. Isn't that capacity? Translation in this game isn't that good, but it's far from being bad. So yeah, no problem. Lack of fuel. You can drag that over there. That works. And as you can see, it burns it for a little bit of fuel. We have 100 megajoules in total. This will give us up to 46. We're up to 80. So yeah, it will keep us going for a while, but you see how fast that burns. You can also shift it. Do that. And as you can see, it switched over and always burns the fuel with the highest fuel output first. So if I were to put coal in here, or I assume if I were to put like a nuclear reactor in there, it would use that. I kind of wish it would do it the other way around, or so you can switch it, because sometimes you just want to get rid of the leaves and not throw them away or put them somewhere in storage. But okay, yeah, it's fine. Sort this. Now we got some fuel going. Escape gets you out of all the menus, no matter where you are. It's awesome. 1 times too many, you're back in the menu, and then press escape again, you're back in the game. So, yeah, it's very well thought out. Remember, 5 guys in China. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. There's iron. So, what's the first thing we do? Tutorial guy told us, check our research. You press T, or if you don't want to, there's the big research button right there. We're here. Right there. There's nothing you can click on. It's the main quest. As you can see, the main quest goes through here, which is really cool. It goes through there for a while. And there's a lot of other technologies to get into. You also have upgrades, which is upgrades for your game, really. It's not just the mech. You can see it's a mecha core and mechanical frame, which will improve the basic movement speed. Move speed? Yeah. See, you get the drift, even though it's slightly wrong. It's fine. But you also have things like universe exploration up here. View the ore reserves on the local planetary system. That's not really a mech upgrade, unless you give him some sort of scanner device or something. But then they would call it scanner, not just universe exploration, right? So yeah. Also, this goes on. Logistics, carrier, engine, rate transmission efficiency. Sure. Solar sail. That sounds good. Yeah, we have to go through this. We will, but we will start over here. This takes 10 of these. These are magnetic coils, and will give us, well, it unlocks these technologies, and spoiler alert, we also get 1 of each for free. So that's pretty cool. It takes a data volume of 1200 hashes, equivalent to a lab 20-second workload. So this is basically how long it takes. It's your research points that go in there if you want. These you need to have. So, quick look. We don't. But we do have the stuff we need to make them. If you press F or, go away, or hit that one, the replicator, which is inbuilt into your mech, you get, well, the replicator, the building menu. As you can see, there they are. They need, looks a little like Factorio, right? They need 1 copper, what is that, ingot? Yeah, well, it really looks like a plate, right? So let's call it a copper plate. and 2 of the magnets, of which we have 10, and it will make 2 magnetic coils 1 second for each. Not that bad, right? It's pretty easy to understand. So there's buildings and there's components, and yes, by the end of this game I expect this to be full with all the kinds of things you can do. There's different tiers here. So this just takes the ore. This also just takes the ore, but you need different production facility. It's a smelting facility here. Well, it's the same actually. I don't know, just maybe it takes longer. Yeah, well, definitely it takes longer. Usually these are the raw resources up here, and then you can turn these into these, and then, you know, with these you can make these and all that. Like this gear just needs iron plates, but it would need an assembler, or you can hand make it in the replicator, so within your mech. So yeah, it's just different tiers. The further down, the more difficult it becomes to make, or the more time consuming, or the more resource consuming. I guess that's how you could probably sum it up. Alright, let's go back in here and let's do that. It's activated. Now it says you are doing this from your pockets. So you need to have these 10 in your pockets. As soon as you have them, this will turn white and start using them up. So let's make some. Go back here, go back here. This tells me I can currently do 5 of these crafts. Now remember, each one gives you 2. It says it right here. So that would be 10. And I can say, you know what? I want to queue this up 10 times. Now if I do this and just hit craft, it does 1 craft. It would also do the preliminary resources required. So if I didn't have those 2 magnets or those copper ingots, it would then turn, as you can see, it can be handmade in the replicator. It would turn the ore into the ingots, and it would turn the ore into the magnets, and then craft this, so you don't have to do it step by step. You can just go endgame. As long as everything can be handcrafted, no problem. But it would mean that it would smelt like 1 of these, and then 2 of these, and then make that. If I do this 10 times, it would do 10 of these, and 20 of these, and then craft these 10 crafts. It just takes longer until you get to the finished product. Yeah, you'll see a bit later. So for now, just make all of them. You can only do 4, so it won't do 10 if you can only do 4, right? Yeah, resources. It's the thing. We have the stuff, it goes in here, it counts down. Let's close all the things. Let's wait for tutorial guy. I also see it up here, it's really nice. Ta 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 ta. Yeah, I can't raise my audio anymore, that's the problem. And it is showing that it's really, really okay. So I don't know what the issue is. No, my audio is good. Yeah, well, let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's good. That's good. That's also good. It's 100%. There's no more I can do. I can't really listen to myself while I'm doing this. Oh, yeah, I could. I could. Let's see. This is gonna be bad. Where am I? I am online. Let's listen to myself. Let's listen to myself. Let's listen to myself. Yeah, that's pretty standard. Let's listen to myself. Oh, yeah, that's pretty standard. Oh, yeah, that's pretty... Sounds good to me. Ah, Mortuary, what are you doing? What are you doing? I could get closer to the mic, I don't want to. Let's see, what else could I do? Can't do anything on that. You're trying to hear what I'm saying. I'm loud enough. Let's see, that's good. are some stupid settings here, but none of them help. Oh, that's not what I wanted. OBS is using the right microphone. Yeah, that's okay. Otherwise, it would sound way different. No, that doesn't help. Yeah, no, that's all fine. Don't want to do that. That's the one I'm looking for. Don't want that one. So, is that better? It should be. A lot. Don't tell me it isn't. Aha, okay, well, yeah, weird. Not that I did anything. Well, open the sound settings and hit apply. That's gorgeous, right? I mean, look at that, it's looking good here, that's completely fine. It should be around the 50% mark, and it is. So... it could be the freaking audio enhancements of Windows 10. I don't know. I have to do some tests on that one. It's been a while since I streamed. But anyway, we just keep it like this and see if that works. It shouldn't affect OBS at all. And OBS is still showing like my microphone bar is still the same as before. There's no change whatsoever, even though I just... yeah, whatever. Way better. Way better is good. Let's close all the Windows stuff and get back to the game. Stay here. Okay, so we got stuff.
You have created a mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation. Pick it up from the inventory, or select it on Gathering of Construction menu to build it.
Yeah, so you can go in here, pick it, and just do stuff. Or you can close that, and down here you have your... well, your construction bar, right? So you have categories, power, gathering, logistics, storage, and whatnot, all the things. In power, you will find your power pole, you will find your wind turbine and whatnot. And you can see there's hotkeys. I don't know why they chose to use the F keys. They did. If they ever put anything on F11 or F12, we have to stop playing the game, because one is doing screenshots and the other one is stopping the recording. Sorry, those are the keys nobody ever uses for anything other than switching full screen mode or something. And go away. Yes, I know. They do pesky tips. Like, do it! Okay. Let's go back. There's a mining machine here. There's iron ore right here. What is it that we want? There's stone, there's iron, there's copper. And there was... down there is a coal. That's a tiny copper vein. Well, there's more copper over here. And, oops, yeah, there's more over there. Perfect. We're gonna start around the iron, though. And then I did say we were going to move to the right, probably. Yeah, right sounds good. We need room. Well, we just started. We don't need that much room now. Also, it's pretty dark. There is this thing. You actually have a light in your suit. That's pretty nice. Power grid, you can turn that on. It's nothing to see because we don't have any buildings. I'm keeping that off for now. I'll show you later. When I play for myself, I decided to just keep that on because it helps. I might change that. I think on stream, I will have it off mostly because it gets kind of annoying when you try to watch things. Especially when you're not generating enough power, it's flickering constantly. So, it's a bit of a thing. Let's do that and that. More of that and that. That's good. 265 megajoules of fuel. That's a start. Okay, let's start building things. We want to gather stuff. We're now in construction mode.
You can use the R key to rotate the mining machine for cover.
This thick line here is your equator. And there's another thick line going vertically somewhere. That's, well, Greenwich Mean Time, right? It's somewhere. If you want to find England, look for the line. That's how it works. Historically accurate. You can pick your machines. You can press R a couple times to rotate. You can also, as it says on the right hand side there, shift press to ignore grid snapping. So if I press shift, I can freely place it, but then I can also hold R to do this. I'd wish they just used the scroll wheel for that, so I can turn left and right, because if you turn too far, you have to turn it 360. It's just the way it is. I'm gonna try to just keep it as is and see what we can get. So, this is our mining machine. We want to get as many of these nodes as possible in one go, so that is 2, 4, 6. That's also 6, but I can't place it here. If I place it there, I only get 5. 2, 4, 6, 7. Sounds good, right? Let's place it right there. Native Dyson can't be stopped.
One of your production facilities is
I
not
had to
powered.
do that. Sorry. Yes, I know. I just
within...
placed it. Shut up. That guy. So, generating electricity, easy. Wind turbine. Let's place one of these things. This thing needs power. This circle is the circle of power. Within this circle, machines get power. So you want that machine to be somewhere in there. Let's place it right over here. There you go.
Wind turbine. You have established your first power grid. Not all power facilities has its power supply area. Use the Tesla Tower to extend the area of the power grid.
Look at that. This is looking absolutely fantastic. I like it. Also shows the icon of what it's mining. It's perfect. You go in here, click it. There's a storage of 50. You can just click it and you get it. And now we have 50 iron ore. Lovely. It's doing 150 per minute. That depends on how many of these nodes you have and how much power you give it. As you can see, we're only supplying 71% of what it actually needs. If you click on anything that delivers power, like a power pole, or generates power, you get this lovely menu. I think he's going to tell us in a moment. We're currently satisfying 100% of the demand. That's because this thing isn't doing anything. And now you can see demand, the yellow one, there, consumption, is bigger than a generation. The cyan, turquoise, cyan. 1. Yes, power load is 140% of what we generate, unfortunately. And it seems we have 100% wind strength. This will come into play when we go to solar and the sun descends behind the horizon and that, yes. So generation capacity is 300 kilowatts because one of these things, as you can see right there, produces 300 kilowatts. We want more of those. They need iron plates, iron gears, and electromagnets. So we need iron and copper. So we want one more of those. Mining, well, probably not that copper, but that copper over there. So what do we need to do to get one of these? Nothing. We have everything. Let's just make 2 of them. Because there's 4 resources. Might as well have 3 miners. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally. And as you can see, it's producing the resources one by one needed for 1 craft. So the first one is already done. We have it right here. And the second we should get the other one. You also get a notification down here on the left saying, well, you just acquired an item. Ta-da! And shows you the total you have. Lovely. Also shows you down here. Lovely. It's pretty cool. Stone, I don't want. Not yet, at least. Yeah, I should go over there. When you hit water, it starts flying. Oh, that's cool. It also consumes a lot more energy. So, you want to be careful. Why are we getting coal? Well, because coal is a fuel source and it's better than the freaking wood we're using in the shrubs. So, somewhere here. Can't place, need foundation support. Well, I guess we're gonna go at it from over here then. 2, 4, 6, 7. Magic number. Can't move in. could move up and get that one as well. Let's do that. There goes our construction drone, placing that down. Coming back. Yeah, looks a lot like Factorio, I know. You do need power. We don't have any more power, so it would be a good idea to create some. There, trying to minimize the flight time. I want to place you. Two, 4, 5. No, that looks bad. Hit X. Do this. Hit X again. I like it when it's not complicated. Uncomplicated? Is that even a word? Zoom in. Can't see from all of the tooltip stuff. 2, 4, 6. Can't move there. It's still 6. There you go. The more you have, the more it can produce, as long as you give it the right amount of power. Good, so that's placed. Very close to the equator, all that. That's really good. Now, obviously, they don't do anything because they don't have power. You are slightly out of range. Let's get closer until I can click it. There you go. Give me that. And we should do some more of these, for which we obviously need the copper. So we're gonna go and mine a little bit of copper ourselves. Close that. And for that, you basically just right-click on the copper, and then you wait. You can now go and make yourself some coffee if you want, or close the stupid tutorial tips. That works. And we are getting some. Not much, but we're getting some. So this is not really moving because it doesn't use up that much power. So here's what I wanted to show you. Let's put this up to 10. If I hit this, you can see it produces all the resources needed before it produces the first of the turbines, but it has enough resources at this point to create all 10 of them. So now we have to wait for all the resources necessary to craft up to make 10 turbines before the first one is even there. It is what it is. Or you keep this down to 1, you can right click this to cancel, and then just, you know, hit this a couple times. Now we have 56 items queued up, but it will do them one by one. And as you can see, the first one is nearly done. So it's personal preference. I just like to craft them up in bulk and then be done with it. Put those in there. You get some interesting things here that you can't really mine, like titanium ore, organic crystal. It's just a byproduct with a random chance when you harvest, you know, the stuff that's on the ground. Also, you're done now. Thank you. That's good. It's enough. It's fine. Here come the wind turbines. And I like to use these to get some sort of grid going here. Too close to another wind turbine. Yes, I know that issue. So, first thing we're going to do, I think we're going to start over here, right on that node. As you can see, they are connected. If you move too far, they are not connected anymore. Now we would have 2 separate energy networks. Not a good idea. Well, you may want to have that. Like, you might want to have your research on a separate network than the rest of your facility, but yeah, we're just going to have it all connected right now. I'm not going to min-max anything. It's hard to see sometimes, especially when it goes into the ground. This line should really be higher, but then again, you can see it right over here where it disconnects. I just wanted to point at the screen with my finger as if that would have helped. Or you just remember that there's roughly one of these squares in between them is the max distance. So I'm gonna go and place these in a pattern. Yeah, I know. Oh, also, while you're placing a building, you can hit X, delete, hit X again, and you're still in placing mode. That saves you 1 click, and it's not much, but there's so many games that don't do that. Nope, this is awesome. I'm in love with this game already. I haven't even played it that much. So, over here it says need foundation support, we're getting too close to the water. We still have 2 of them, so we might just go the other way, I don't know. Or branch out over here. Like that. Lovely. Now We are generating 2.4 megawatts. That should be enough to power this stuff. And as you can see, 100%, no problem. I take this. 210 per minute. Yes, sure. You still don't have anything because that is not within range, it seems. So, I'm gonna use this guy, the power pole that we got, and as you can see, bigger circle, way bigger circle, and longer connection range. Don't need any of that, I'm just gonna put you right in the middle here, so whenever we put some more of these machines, it will probably cover it. Now,
have done
if I hit
building
this,
the first power transmission facility.
you can see all of that.
Tesla Tower. It can
Tesla
carry
Tower.
out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid. Click on it
Is
to
true.
view the current power grid information.
I told you he would tell us that. Don't you worry about it. Already seen that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Now, give me this stuff. Cool. I'm gonna leave this on for now, just so you can see how it works, and I might just hide it later. Go away. Now, what else do we have here that we haven't talked about? Don't even start. I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it. That's all I can say. Dyson sphere progress, none. Okay, sure. What? I'm in construction mode, and it does weird things with the shadows and stuff. Okay, sure. Right click gets you out of construction mode. Right, so that's pretty much done. We have copper, we have iron, we don't have a stone yet. I don't want stone yet. I want that over there to be connected. That would be a thing. Best way to get there is probably here. Yeah, now I can connect to that one, but I do want to have a straight grid here. Let's keep that. Oh, that's an issue. Can't go there! Need power poles. This lovely sound tells you just had a brain fart because you don't have this item, but it immediately tells you double click to open replicator. That's cool, it even selects the item for you. And now we can go. That was my left click macro, by the way. Now we can go and just say, give me 10. It will take a second or two. Yes, it will. We still have one of these, so for now, let's just put that there. Don't stay in flight mode. We'll run out of power. And then, well, it's about time to just pick up some stuff. If you don't pick this stuff up, you won't be able to once you place buildings there, because buildings will just destroy whatever it is that's on the ground there. Sometimes, like that, it's really hard to see when you're zoomed out. But after a minute or two, you're getting a feel for it. So, it's not too bad. Since we're here, let's pick up the 50 coal and put that in there. And all of a sudden, I mean, look at that. 90, 240. And this is only half a stack. It's a stack in here because it can only hold 50, but in my inventory, where you get a real item stack, it seems. Nope, wrong button. C. You can have, I think it's 100 for the ore. As you can see, it's way more for the plants. Does make sense, right? Plant matter isn't really that lumpy as coal. That's a word I thought I'd never use. You know what? That's perfectly fine. That's connected. So this wind turbine is now connected to the rest of the power grid, which means it's contributing. Let me click. Ooh. 3 megawatts. Good start. I still wish you could just, you know, control clicks this or something to empty inventory. Too far away. Obviously then I can't. That should be good. Yeah, but control clicking is the same as clicking, you just open it, and yeah, this is one click too many that you have to do there. Alright, so now we're getting the basic resources, and we can do stuff in our inventory with them. We have a little bit of iron, a little bit more copper, that's silicon, interesting. We have some coal, we have some stone, we have pretty much everything we need to get started. What's the first thing we want to do? Well, first of all, we're gonna have a look at the things we can craft and see if we can set up some auto crafting. It's a factory builder. Of course you do auto crafting. That's what I do. No facilities here for auto crafting. I guess we turn towards science and do some research. It seems it wants us to go over there, so let's have a look, shall we? You want 10 electromagnetic matrices. We don't have those yet. You just want some plates. Go. We don't have those yet. We do. Just haven't made them yet. So, 20 of those. It also remembers the setting per item. Really cool. 20 of those. That should consume some resources. Let's stack them up nicely again. Makes these. Puts them in here. And as soon as it gets a bit of all the resources it needed, every single one of them, stuff will turn white and start using them up. You see they are not in my inventory. They go straight into the research. It's quite nice because then... I mean, imagine if you're trying to research something and you craft a power pole or whatever, and all of a sudden you're missing like one, I don't know, nuclear reactor. It's kind of annoying, right? So this prevents that. I think while this is going on, you can craft other things. Like if I craft that, which needs copper bars, ingots, plates, these would be produced as part of this craft, so they won't go in there. I think that's what I noticed, and that's really good. It's annoying when that happens. Come on, get going. Also, night. Lovely. Even has my name on the game. Can't get any better than that. Mecha Core! Deus Ex Mecha. Well, now I have 40 megajoules more. Yes, and it's filling back up. Burn all the things. As you can see, it's burning the coal first. It has 2.7 megajoules. This one has just 0.5. Yep, alright, well, it's doing things. It is doing things. I still wish for kind of more Factorio-like hotbar where you can put your stuff yourself wherever you want. Multiple slots, multiple rows, and then roll with it. But I am getting used to this, which is something not every game can say about itself, but I'm actually getting used to the way it handles. Because mostly I'm just complaining about the game not doing what I wanted to do. Alright, so we research stuff. Proof the Mecha Core and increase the upper limit of the Mecha Core energy. Yes, done. Don't have those unlocked yet, otherwise you would have seen them. Steel? Nope. Don't have. Don't have. Nope. That we could do. Drive engine. Double press space to lift off, and the mecha will increase the movement speed by 150%. Now, will it increase the movement speed by 150%? So, total output 250%, or will it be set to 150%? So, increased by 50. You don't really know. It's, you know, that's the issue with this not being professionally translated. But if that's all the issue you have, I mean, come on, right? So let's start that. It says it needs about 3 minutes, but then it ran out of all the things, so it stopped. Okay, let's get all the things and let's get it going, because I want that. We do need, what? Coal? Well, that's easy. 150 of it. Okay. Boop. And I can do this. Now we have enough. And this. And put some back in there. What are you? Kimberlite. There's Kimber and then there's Kimberlite. That's for the heavy smokers. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Also, give me my tooltip thingies. So you can You can obviously click and drag it over there. Well, you only have to click, you don't have to drag. You just click it, you pick it up, you click it again, you drop it. You can shift click and you move the whole stack over there, or you can control click. If you have 10 stacks, they will all be moved as long as there's inventory space. I like to keep you a little bit more sorted, like by fuel value, thank you. And then we do this. This also needs a button, like a hotkey. Right click to split, hold shift to pick up, hold control to pick, yeah, well. Middle click in here to sort would be perfect. Doesn't have that yet, we'll see, maybe it happens. Right, so that is done, so now we just need that. And as we've done before, since we crafted them before, that is that. And I'm too far away. Can I get to a spot where I can get both? There you go. Nope. Almost though. There you go. How many? 59. That's a weird number. Makes 2, so that's 20, as you can see there. That's 40. Let's make 60, because why not? And I have a surplus of 1. Gorgeous. In the meantime, let's get one more drill going. Kinda wish these were more prominent, because they could just be descriptive text, right? You don't really see that these are actual tabs that you can click on. Especially not when you have the first one clicked, because this just looks like, oh, this is the headline. And again, you get used to it relatively easily. So, one of you, right? Produce 1. Did that just take away 2 of the magnets? I'm not 100% sure if it did. Well, we will see. It uses a 2, and we should have 1 surplus, right? So it should queue up the craft for one of these crafts, which will give us 2 eventually. If it took them from here, then it won't queue them up at all. So we'll see as soon as we get there, at one point, maybe. Just gonna wait for it. While we wait for it, what do? You stand around and do nothing. No, you just clear out stuff. First of all, it's free fuel, so why wouldn't you? Second of all, you need the room later to place your buildings. I should probably start cleaning up over here, because that's where we're gonna move. Now, once you're in construction, you can see this grid pattern, right? The more you move to the north or south, so the more you move away from the equator, the grid pattern starts to change. These grids don't line up anymore.
When being
as well.
outside of building range, you can hold down the shift key and use the right mouse button to click on the open space to control the mecha to move.
I know, thank you. So we're down here, right? You can see this is the circumference of the planet. So there's room for a lot of these building squares. On construction mode. There. A lot of these patterns. Now obviously, once you move up here, this is the circumference. There's not enough room, so there will be less squares. So things tend to not line up as nicely. There's going to be some jumpiness in there. So we're going to try to stay around the equator, which is why I'm pretty happy that we're set up right here, which is close to the equator, as close as you can be. It's running through right here. I mean, we're on it with our wind turbines. So, yeah, it's good. Also, can we play some more? That's not a wind turbine. That is. Oh, no, we don't have any. Okay, that's fine. Never mind. Disregard me. I can jump. I cannot fly yet. We're working on it. Get going. Also, we kind of missed it. Screwed that up. Nice. Don't really need that much stone, so that should be enough. Oh, that's 7 like everything else. Perfect. And slightly out of range, that will happen a lot. It doesn't matter, we just put on a power pole, that's why we made some. Okay, now we're mining all basic 4 resources that we can get on this planet. Now, you can press double spacebar.
to
and
fly.
do this, and as you can see,
Double-click the space key
power
to
is
lift
going
up,
down
and then
significantly.
use the arrow keys to control mecha
For
movement.
some weird reason, as he just was about to tell us, you have to press Alt to land. Okay, it's just what. Don't question it. Go away. And give me some of that. Yeah, we do have enough because we picked up a lot around here, so that's good. What's next? Let's have a look. Can we construct more things? Well, yeah, that. And stone. For some reason. Just turns rocks, which is stone ore, because stone is an ore, into stone, which looks like pavement bricks, I guess. Well, now we have 10. Good, yeah, done that. There's no experience for crafting, so don't know why you would. We need more things. Let's see. What else can we do? That is done. Perfect. That needs stuff that we don't even know what it is, so don't worry about it. Same here. Yeah, well, let's go back to technologies. Basic logistics system is definitely the first thing you want, and if you play any other game that looks even remotely similar to this, you see this and you know what you're looking at. So, we do have conveyor belts, we do have sorters, it's kind of item movers, inserters, extruders, whatever, and storage. So yeah, first one, thank you. Give me. Need that, on it, no problem whatsoever. That looks weird, but that's the icon we're researching. It's not like that, you know, that beaker in there just turned melting on us. Don't even know what I'm saying. That can make 30. Well, only need 10. Let's do that. And we're getting 2 per, so we have 20. Sure, why not? And you. That. Don't know how that happened. Twitchy finger. Nice. So this is crafting up. It will go straight into there. Let's sort that. We are missing iron. Well, we're not missing iron, but that's what we're short on the most. I mean, look at the rest. So, yes, give me more. Use some of that power we're generating. Look at that. That's our consumption. 16%. I wish I had that at home. 16% consumption. I would definitely change my energy plan and save a lot of money. Not a thing. This stacks up to 500. Look at that. Yup. There you go. Squirt, squirt. Those sounds. I like them. For some weird reason, I like them. This is going. You can queue things up. Might as well. Smelting and glass needs the 10 we just made a surplus and another 10 of those. Sure, let's queue that up. There's the queue. You can right click up here to cancel if you want to. No problem. I don't want to. Don't even look at me like that. You need these, and we had 1 lying around. Perfect. Let's make more. We just unlocked stuff.
You have received the sorter and the conveyor belt, which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up ores from the mining machine, and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting.
Yes, that is what we are going to do. Now, where are we going to start? It gave us 20 belts, which is really nice. It's not much. 20 belts, 5 sorters, none of the storages, even though that's one of the things we just did unlock. Also, all the resources go in first, and then the buildings come after that once you had sort. Mwah. Very well done. We need 10 of those. Definitely more of those. And then whatever we have left goes into here. It makes 3 per. Now, if that doesn't call Factorio to your ears, brain cavities, what else will? Exactly. Smeltery unlocked. Smeltery? Smelter. No tutorial? No? We scared him. Right. Let's use the belts we have. It's not much. This...
When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow key to lift up 1 level. and use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor belt is lifted. Press keypad 0 to reset the construction height of the conveyor belt to the ground. If you don't want the conveyor belt to be attached to the building, you can try holding down the shift key.
Yes, thank you for telling me. It also tells you on the side. Lovely. So, your dot, basically, is where you place the start of your belt. And then you can just freely move wherever you want. If, for whatever reason, you decide that this is wrong, you want it to go right first and then up, instead of up first and then right, you hit R and it switches. Oh, you know. Yeah, well, if any of you played Factorio, you know, when you look at this, that this is something you want. Right. You can just click on a building and it will tell you if you can place a belt, right? This definitely works. Don't want that one though. I want to start all the way over here. This is gonna be one belt. This is gonna be another belt. If it's red, you can't place it there. It's too close to the building, it seems. So we move out one. There you go. And this needs to go like somewhere there. Lack of them. Lack of item. It looked like lack of them. It's like, oh well, that's perfect English. All good. You can't place, it won't even place the ones it could place, like the white ones all the way over here. It's a bit of a thing, so we do need to have some more belts first before I can really make that work. Everything is in the way. Okay, stuff is placed. There's our copper. Everything in this game that fits on the belt looks like that. It will be a box with the item label on top. I hope they change that somewhere in the future. It's probably not the highest priority. But even though, this looks good. It's decent, definitely. You can click on a belt and then do this. Just hold your left mouse button to pick up stuff. That took me about 2 hours to figure out. Just saying. It's like, there's all these resources on the belt that I need. How do I pick them up? In Factorio, you just press, I don't know, F or something to pick up stuff that's around you. No, you just click on the belt and say, give me. Like you do with every other building in this game. It's concise. That's a word. Jeez, you can look it up. It's on the internet. One of those websites that tell you how words work. Yes. Okay, let's clear some space so I can walk along here. In the meantime, what do we need to make more belts? Surprise, it's iron. Let's stop that. Let's move over here. Let's get iron. We probably... This one is done. So we probably want to have a storage. How about here? For now.
You built a storage, which can be used to store cargo.
Good for you.
You can manually store or use the sorter to automatically stock the cargo.
Yes. Just go away. So we could go and say all the stuff we don't want goes in here, and I'm gonna make one of these storages in a moment, our drop chest. But we can also go and place this alongside you. Now, you will notice that there's no way to get the conveyor in there. But you will also notice when I place this building, there's these white squares. That's where you can attach to the building. And you do so using this guy.
The sorter is a transportation connector of cargoes between facilities. It will automatically transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged.
Didn't I do a really good intro for this guy right now? I was doing the preliminaries and he was doing the rest. So you click on the belt. It's always from to. So we want it from the belt. You click on the belt first. And then you just click on the building. You can, mostly, not right now, move this around a little bit. And it will move up one, down one whenever there's room. And connect to where you want it to. In this case, it doesn't want to. So just there. Go in. Now guess what? It needs power. We don't have any power. No power. And yes, I could move the wind turbine. things. Air power. Stuff is going in. Capacity for automation. This is a bar you can drag. I just want like that. So now we can have 2 stacks of ore in here without having to worry about it. If we ever need any ore, we can go here and just pick it up. Also, I actually don't want you there. I want you, and that's just me being me. I want you on the top of these 3 squares, and then make that longer. You need to have the belt there if you want to connect to the belt. You can't connect to the blueprinted, placed ghost image of the belt. You need to have it built first. And that. So now we're putting in, and we're taking back out. So as long as this machine provides enough ore, and the belt will be full and compressed like this, this sorter doesn't have anywhere to put the package that it's already holding right there. So this will fill up, that's all it does. But if for some reason this thing runs out of ore, the belt will become empty, then this storage will empty out its contents onto the belt. So we have a little bit of a backup. Also, if we ever have too much iron ore, we can just drop that in there, be done with it. In this case, we don't. We want all of that. And sort it, so we can do more stuff. It's pretty neat, right? Okay, so that is the one belt over there. How many more do we have? 53. That's not enough. And actually, wow, that actually is enough. Look at that. That's perfectly enough. I want you to go past the ore deposits, so that's good. And while you're doing this, the construction drones are working, and you can see we're losing power because of that. It's not a big deal. Still working on clearing out this stuff, which I interrupted earlier. Now, there is no need for us to interrupt. We do this while the construction drones do their job. Not 100% sure if there's a limit on how far they can fly. It just takes them ages to come back, or get there and come back, so it's definitely a good idea to be close to wherever you're constructing. But as you can see, this is being constructed. One of them is going over here now because we're kind of in the middle. They go to whatever is nearest first. It does make sense, right? So now that this is done, they should all go over there and do the whole thing. And it seems like they're doing it. I'm gonna speed this up by getting closer, because why wouldn't I? There's only so much science I'm willing to do by wasting time. Right, there comes the copper. Now we want this to be a little bit longer. Yeah, that's perfect. That is a perfection. Do more. All of them. Right, that's 1 belt, 2 belts. That is going to be the 3rd. And then we have you. From experience, coal you don't need on a belt. We're gonna need it later for power generation and chemical stuff and all that. So we're gonna just keep it over here. There is room to build some stuff, so why not? We just need it for ourselves. So I will use flight mode to get there faster. And then just put down a storage so we can pick up more than just 50. Why wouldn't I? Can I put you on that side? No. Need foundation support. Well, I can put you right here. And then do this. Same trick as before. In. Out. Now that I've clicked on the building as my from, you can see I can move this around. I could probably move it around here if I had anything to attach it to. I want it here. Connects. Done. That's pretty neat. I like that. So you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. This thing is producing way faster than this inserter can handle, but, you know, it's a... inserter? Yeah, sorter. It's a Mark 1. So, yeah. Just got the game a couple of days ago? Yeah, me too. Yesterday. Yesterday evening. 11 PM. And I went to bed at 4. So, it's one of those Factorio things. Just gets you hooked, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I haven't played too much yet. Trying to change that. Also, click to place, and then it's still in building mode. You can just go on. You don't have to reselect it or anything. It's cool. And if you right click, it lets go of the line you're placing. Yeah. Very, very nicely done. That I can't do because I'm too close to the building here. So I'm just gonna go out by 1. And then we're gonna do this. Main bus established. Put you over there. In. Out. Now, keep in mind, just, you know, beginner tip right here. The in part is closer to the producing facility than the out part is. Otherwise, items would go there, go in, go back out here, and then you have an endless circle right there. You know, it's not that I would have done that any time in my past at all. So, don't even look at me like that. Don't know what you're talking about. Now, I'm gonna switch this off because it is annoying after a while. And now we should have resources produced for us, ready to be used. I have 1 whole iron ore, so control click this one, and we have all of them, or we can put them back. Doesn't even matter. Also notice, you can put stuff here if you want to. Producing buildings, or well, no, it's not the producing buildings, it's the sorter. The sorter will not insert on these slots. You can, which is really nice. So you can overstock this if you have to. If you really have a lot of stuff on you, it will go in there. Sorters will take stuff from the red slots. So it's not like I can take this wood block stuff and put it in here for safekeeping for later. No, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Otherwise we will have it on the belt. We do, however, have some more of these. So, I think, since we're gonna branch out over there, I think right here is a perfect place to put our drop chest. There you go. That. Sort. That as well. Although, yeah, well, might as well use it up. Give me, no, not those. Oh, control click on an empty space? Yeah, that happens. You get everything. If that's not what you want, be careful where you click. There you go. 650 megajoules for a mech that holds, what, 150? That will be good for a while. As soon as the slot is empty, I can take this coal and put it in there. For that reason, I am going to go... Escape. I'm going to go and grab some of that coal. Can I reach? Yes, I can. I didn't do this. We have 4 slots. Right? We have 4 slots, so makes sense to keep 4 slots stacked in here. Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You, no, not all of you. Shift, you, go back in there. And that should be good for us. As soon as we run out here, we just dump all the coal in there and we'll be done. Unless we need it for anything else, like crafting stuff. We do not yet have a backup of this resource. So, might as well. Are you... No. See, that's why I have this on when I play, so I know where to place this stuff. I don't want to place a power pole when I already have a wind turbine here, so I'm going to place this stuff right there. Because then these guys should be in range, hopefully. Yes, they are. One of the annoying parts, I think, is that the input side of the sorters, geez, names, yeah, is depicted by this circle. So as soon as you have a number of them, let's just be careful here. And yes, you will have a crap ton of them. So as soon as you have a number of them, that's pretty much all you see. You see these blue circles and you see red patterns and all the things. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this off for now. Right, are we missing anything? We have iron, we have copper, we have stone, we have coal, we have the basic resources on us. We should be able to craft pretty much anything we want. We could now go which is what everybody would do, and try to pump out research and all that stuff. So let's have a look and see if there's anything we immediately need. Yes, this one, the assembler. The basic assembler can process iron and copper ingot into more advanced products, but the speed will be slightly slower. Slower than what? Slower than we do it ourselves. But you don't have to watch it, and it doesn't clog up our crafting queue. We can do other stuff in the meantime. So, yep, this is what we're doing. Production speed is 0.75 times. So it's, yeah. We do 4 items when this thing does 3. That's okay. We can have 2 assemblers making it, and all of a sudden, we make 4 items while this makes 6. That's all just, you know, it's a question of scale. This is stuff we can make. Let's activate that, no problem. Fluid takes these energy cubes. So, no, no, no. I'm not even looking at what it is. I'm just seeing, no, can't make it. Let's move on. Yep, that's pretty much it. So we want that to be done. And then we have a smelter, storage, belts, inserters, exerters, whatever you want to call them, and crafting machines. Good to go, right? Did I say smelter? Yeah, we have smelters as well. I just saw them. Don't need you. I will need 10 of those. There you go. And I will need 10 of those. Or, you know, make 20. Also, now that we have these unlocked, it actually shows you these items go into making this, and then with this you can actually make these or those. That is kind of nice. And you can click on it and get to that recipe. This is a good feature. This is a really good feature. Like the crafting tree, just by clicking on things. It would be more interesting, like this can make more than just that item, right? As you can see. So it would have been, in my opinion, more prudent to have this, like, move it over here and then just have a dotted line here saying I can make 20 different items, and you can click on that 20, which is actually like an icon that highlights like this, and they would flash in here or something. And then you have the most recent ones you crafted, maybe. The top 5 would be down here, so you can click on them if you really had to, but then again, they're already here. Or if you just hover over them, it highlights all the things that need that item. Oh, you never know. That might be a good idea for a mod or for being in the base game. It's still in development. It says right there, early access 0.6 is not even close to being 1.0. This is, though. That was a smooth transition. No, it's not Minecraft. It's not. But then again, I mean, imagine, Minecraft is only at 1.17, and that game has been out since 2008? When did Etho make his channel? So yeah, I hope this game doesn't take that long. Although, if this game takes that long to get to 1.17 and has that amazing process getting there, oh boy. This is gonna be a theme park simulator on a cosmic scale afterwards. I'm down for that, sure. So, as I told you before, we have these boxes. They all look the same, but they are colored in the color of the actual, well, ore in this case. Yes, stone is an ore. So it's easily distinguished and has the icon on top. I have no idea how they managed to get this in the color of the icon that they are displaying on top and still have the icon distinguishable from the rest of the texture. It's good. I mean, it's not like it has big black outline or anything. Yeah, don't ask. I just developed software. I'm not good at games. Right. So, we basically want to go and stop researching for a moment and start using this stuff. So, we have to clear out a little bit of space over here. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot. Oh, shift, not control. Control doesn't help. And as soon as we cleared out this stuff, we're gonna start automating things, because now we have all the machines to automate things. That one probably, don't know if I hit that one. We'll see. But since I've been at it for like 90 minutes now, and it doesn't feel like 90 minutes, but it is, I'm gonna do a very quick break and be right back, because I definitely need to clean my nose. It's running like crazy. I had some very spicy dinner, and you know what that does to your nose, right? If you don't, go and have spicy dinner. It's fun. Twice, especially the next morning. Be right back. Back. As if you hadn't noticed, right? When the pleasant music stops, the scripter comes back. That's how it is. Right, more clearing. I wish this queue was a little bit longer, because then it would actually be worthwhile to just queuing up a bunch of things, going for a little break, coming back, and everything is done. But at one point, it will just tell you, nah. Like that. Okay, let's do its thing. With some shaders, Minecraft looks nice. How did we start a Minecraft discussion right now? I mean, I'm down for it. Sure, let's go. Yeah, with some shaders, Minecraft looks definitely nice. Look at my latest building series. It definitely looks nice. Missed that one. Missed that one. Looking good. So, planet mode. We need to be... The bus is currently here. We need to move up further to be on kind of this line. So we can have buildings on top, belt on the bottom. Sounds like a plan. And if you don't get any Factorio vibes by now, then you're doing it wrong. Just plain, simple, wrong. We're gonna use this island right here to craft our necessities, which is the first thing I'm going to set up. So instead of trying to progress through the research as fast as possible, not being able to build things, we're gonna make sure that somebody else, our machines, are crafting belts, sorters, storages, assemblers, smelters, all the things we need. Maybe even paved stones. You never know. All the things. It's always good if you can just go back or fly back, since we can do that now. And there is research to make our mech go even faster, so... always good to be able to just fly back, grab a stack or 2 or 3 or 15, and then just have stuff in your inventory so you don't need to start at the very bottom of the crafting queue. These little ones usually drop some extra stuff like titanium, silicon, and whatnot. You will notice that we do have stuff like that. There is no way to mine that. You get it by chance, sure, as a byproduct, or that. But there's no resource cluster on this planet. Well, I guess why we started in a cluster. Yes, we're going to have to travel to pretty much all of these to get the material we need to create the Dyson sphere. I mean, after all, it will encompass a whole sun. Or maybe even more of them, I don't know. Haven't played that far yet, so... Yup, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, there's coal in the way here, so first thing I want to do is get enough belts to see where I have to go. That's probably not a good idea, let's do it like this. These can go over water, no problem. You can't place buildings there, but the belts can go there, so... That's good to know, right? Gonna keep it on the grid line, and then we are passing this... We could even go down one further, so let's X that one. And as I mentioned already, you're still in building mode, you still have it selected. There. And this is where we're gonna start. So, we need more belts. I've pretty much used all of them right now. What's the first thing we're gonna do? We have the ores bottled up in storages, which we don't really need. Also all of that stuff. In there, in there. You know what? Take that back out. Let's put all the plants in there, because they go away easier. All of you in here, that in here, that. I can't craft anything with that stuff right now, so might as well just put it away for later. That looks neatly organized. We need more inventory space. There's research for that. We're gonna get into that. Not right now. Okay, let's have a look at this and see what we want. We could do all the components. Not a fan. Yes, the further your robots have to go, the longer you have to power them, so the more energy the mech will consume. So that's why I'm trying to stay close by, kinda. Also, construction mode can go away because we're in crafting. So we want all of these. Let's see, that is pretty basic, but it's not that basic. It's already one component item or intermediate item in there, right? This one, which actually needs other things first. So that comes further down the line. This is pretty basic. It's not. No. No. It's getting worse. That is really basic. That's just stone and iron right there. And since it's getting dark, let's start doing things. We need some smelteries and some assembleries. We have one, and we have these. So let's set this up. I'm gonna start right over here. Why wouldn't I? Leave a little bit of space. Just so we can hook in another iron line if ever we have to. Oh, well, they're doing their thing. Come on! Yes, thank you. It's the
You built
closest
a
thing to me,
smelter,
so...
which can smelt basic materials, such as iron ingots and copper ingots automatically. While you want to make the raw materials and products get in and out of it autonomously, you need to use sorters and conveyor belts.
Thank you. Click on it, then you have to select the recipe. And what do we want? We wanted to do this guy, so we need just iron ingots or iron plates. It's up to you how you want to call them. So we're gonna go that. No power, lack of material. Well, lack of material because this guy also doesn't have any power, there's nothing in there.
After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
You can also click the copy button there, or the less than key. Well, it's kind of keyboard layout dependent. I have a UK keyboard because I lived in Ireland for a number of years and I'm stuck to it. I like it. When you have a UK or US keyboard, you realize why programming languages work the way they are with all those different kinds of brackets and pipes, dashes, whatever, because they are really easy to access on this kind of keyboard. If you have a German keyboard, no, you have to like Control Shift Alt something to get them because they are not part of your usual vocabulary. I like my keyboard. It's good. So, yeah, done. Okay, that one is set up. It doesn't have power, but it is technically set up. Let's move you a little bit over there. And I think that remembers, right? No, it doesn't. Forget it. Forget what I said. Alright, so you're getting that. We then need to pump that into this guy. You do want to have one space in between. I can't put it there. This is the first way I can go. One over. Because then, whenever the drones come back, you can actually straight up connect them. If you place that too close, the output part and the input part right here, it's the other way around. The output part and the input part right here, they collide and you can't place the sorter. So yeah, you're gonna have to have a space in between, which is actually good. Because it's exactly the room you need for a power pole, so not complaining. This guy will be making that. Let's tell it to do so. And then we want to output that into a storage. We want to output the storage containers into a storage container. Right there. And we want to limit that to 2 stacks, because that's just for ourselves, right? We go in here, we pick this up, and then we go and build stuff. So we don't really need 30 slots of, I don't know, 50, 100, 500, whatever stack size. So that should be good. It's still not enough though, right? This thing also needs those. What's the recipe here? It needs 4 of each, and it takes 2 seconds. So not really worried about ratios right now, so we're just gonna go and get another smelter, put it over here, and that's why I have 3 rows, because that is the maximum distance this guy can reach. It's just, it doesn't want to. Oh, that's because of perspective. It could put it on that belt. I don't want that. I want it to connect here. And I think we're going to stick to the left here. Why wouldn't we? Obviously, we also need to connect these two. Let's do that at the bottom right here. You're going to have a recipe for that. And as soon as these are placed and we give them power, this should start to work. This guy already has power, this guy. And I'm going to switch this back on. Because it makes placement just so much easier, especially in the early game, I fear. Also, let's do that. Just in case. Good. So that's all done. It should work now. Back to this real quick. Yes, you can press this button, or you can hit whatever bracket that is, the less than, or you can shift left click on the building and you are going to have that building selected. You can place another one and it will have the recipe set. That is so good. That is just so good. I discovered that by accident. There's no tutorial telling you that. This guy doesn't have power, so we need to have that within range, and this is barely in range over here. That looks good. Let's put it there. Yep, everything is in range, everything is working. So you're getting your stone, you're smelting your stuff, it does 60 per minute. This does 60 per minute. This needs equal amounts of each. It seems like it can do 22.5 per minute. Whatever that crafting speed is. It takes 2 seconds for one. Okay, that doesn't make 22.5. But I think this already takes into account the delivery speed. Because if this makes 1 every 2 seconds, it should do 30 per minute, right? These guys are not delivering fast enough. They are taking a second to make 1. Both of them. But this recipe needs 4. So technically, if we're doing 1 per second, that's 60 per minute. If we need 4, that should be 15 per minute. It's still saying 22.5. It's a bit weird. We're not worried about ratios right now. QWERTY is for programmers, all other keyboard layout are for secretaries. I'm gonna steal that at the next possible opportunity. That's a good one, I like it. And yes, some people might get offended by that. You came to the wrong channel. Because over here we have fun. And we don't get offended, we just take the joke, understand it, fire back a better one, be done with it. That's how we roll. That's what we do. Dvorak, that sounds like a Russian layout. Your sorter is slow because it needs to travel 3 blocks. That is true. That is very true. This sorter is way slower. You can fix that, obviously, by having a better sorter. We don't. But we can do this. And we should be fine. Then again, we're just making storage boxes here. It doesn't matter how fast it is. It's not like we need tons of them immediately every minute. That's almost 20 boxes in there. That's 20 outputs. We don't even have 20 outputs right now. Even if you combine this, we don't have. So, kinda, it just does it over time and it will be there. Like I said, this is for our pocket, not worried about ratios. This, although, yeah, it's something I like to do whenever we spend more than 2 bells, so 3 because it's the max reach, I like to use 2 of them. If we really have issues, like we need 1 iron, but we need 2 copper plates, but then this already spans 2 bells for the copper, yeah, I might use 3. Sure, just to speed it up a little bit. For bells, that might actually come in handy, because we may be sitting here saying, oh, we need 300 bells to just finish this real quick. And then speed actually is of the essence. But again, easiest thing done, we now make storage boxes. What's the next easy thing that we can do? Probably none of these. No. No. Okay. I guess we start with those, because that's the next thing we really need. So, 2 plates, 1 gear. The gear needs 1 plate. Crafting time is 1 second. Plate crafting time is 1 second. So we need 2 smelters for that and 1 for that to have them all done at the same time. And then it takes 1 second to use up these resources to make 3 bells. Yeah, let's do that. Why wouldn't we? Okay, we're gonna do this a little differently. By not having any of these. We can make some. There's not much that goes in there. Oh, yeah, there is. We just had that in our inventory. Otherwise, this should have been the next thing. It's gonna come eventually. Also, get this up to 10. Not you. You never need 10 miners, really. That you need 10 of those. That's already on 10. That's on 10. That's on 10. That, yeah, Also, we'll need more of these, so just make all of them, please. And then we're out of iron. That's fine. We have plates queuing up here because this thing is faster than this thing is, so we have them. Don't worry. It's fine. Do we have anything we can dump? Well, 2 iron ore. No, didn't want that. Open. Do that. Put those back so we have a stack. That's good. First thing I want to do is get a little bit of a belt going. Should we leave some space? Oh, it's gonna get cramped over here, so we don't leave space. I'm gonna do this. Thank you. Do we have any? Yes, we do. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. And then, probably don't need that one. Now I'm getting finicky. This is where I shine. You have to live with it. I want this recipe on both of these. I need more belt going this way. Sometimes it has that. As you can see, it's red. I found when you click a little longer, like hold down the mouse button longer, it realizes that you clicked on that item and not the conveyor belt, on the conveyor belt, not the sorter. Yeah. 0.6 early access, so yeah, don't worry about it. And then we're gonna use nothing because we don't have any material. Let's make more of these. Let's make a bunch more of these, even though that's what we're trying to craft right now. We need more of them handcrafted. That will still take a while. You know what? Scrap those. Make those first, then make those. I don't even have a single one of the assemblers. We got one for free, if I remember correctly, and then now we're sitting here. Any Huzel, we are now having one of these. There you go. That's the cheapest way to transfer that. Now, obviously, this can only transfer one item. This can only transfer one item. So, having these 2 smelteries here isn't really a good thing, right? This will transfer one item. This guy will pick it up, transfer it here. This guy will never get any. So, here's what we're going to do. Shift left click. X. Get rid of it. X again to get back into building. And do this here. X. Do this here. And now we can get some more belts. Get this going. X. You as well. You as well. And oh, I just right click when I didn't want to. And now we connect these 2. Aha. Now I can go do this. Perfect ratio. That works. Also, now you see the flickering. We're not producing enough power. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I meant at the beginning when I said probably good idea to have this turn off because it gets really annoying really fast. We're gonna have to live with not having enough power for a little bit. Not for very long, but at least for a little bit. So, what am I supposed to say? Deal with it. It is what it is. It's a resource gathering game. Of course we are short on resources, otherwise it wouldn't be a resource gathering game. These are still being made, right? Yeah, it still takes a while. Alright. How big are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have this one slot in between right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. One in between. Right here is where the next smelter goes. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, what were we going to make? We were going to make these guys. So now we need the gears. That. That should be relatively easy. It's just do this. Do... Nope, not there. Well, let's try. Torture. Shift left click, X. Move it. There you go. And you also just need iron. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so might as well, you know, just go here. I could, for this guy, I could have taken it straight from the line and then just had that one row going for that. But if I'm gonna build a belt, we're gonna use it for everything. It's scalable this way. Well, yeah, kinda scalable because this is still just 2 inserters, so it can only have 2 exerters. Kinda scalable. As soon as you get faster sorters, I'm never gonna pronounce those right, they're always gonna be inserters. Until they stop being inserters all of a sudden because I suddenly get it right, nobody knows why. Once we get the faster ones that have double the capacity, we can have double the buildings, right? Jeez, this is taking forever. Alright, well, it's taking forever. Here's what it is. Let's see if we can mock this up. You should be here. Well, these are gonna be belts, so we're gonna have 3 slots. Belts we always need. And then we don't have power over here. How about there? That should cover it nicely, and we get a good area over here as well. Not enough, we will have another one somewhere over there. But for now, it's good. How many beds do we still have? Not many. Well, we're working on them. I was kind of thinking of finishing this up until we finally get these, but it's probably not really worth it. See, Mortuary, I just want to say I'm ahead of you, but you typed that before I said it, so technically you were ahead of me, but I haven't seen it yet. I guess we're good. Gonna... this. And you... Wrong building. Dang it. Wrong building. You can't do this. Now I just X'd that, and the conveyor sorter thing, as you can see, was X'd as well, because it was obviously a direct connection. Didn't have anywhere to go anymore, so it picked it up. It's good. I like that. Good game design. There we go, finally. Okay, so we need... 1... right there. And 1 there. That's what we need. You are the guy who's making these. And you are the guy who's making these. Yes. Now we just need to connect them. You into there. Looks a little wonky. I actually like that for some reason. You in there. You connect. You connect. Well, I think we don't have this. As soon as we do, belts are being made. Now, how fast are you? Are you getting your stuff? I just want to say it's not really stopping, but it kind of is. Oh, that's because it's full. And you're not fast enough extruding. Oh, I can fix that. Yeah, huh, it's making 3 at a time in 1 second, so we need to take out 3 items per second. And I think this is slightly more than a second. Or it is exactly a second, because now it's not stopping and it's staying full. I take those, thank you. Perfect. We're doing things. Alright, so now I have iron ingots here, iron ingots there, iron ingots there. I could have just made a row of smelters and put this stuff on a belt. This is for my pocket, I'm not putting this stuff on a belt. I don't care about the ratio, I just want it all connected so it makes the item. And next step would be to make it as fast as possible for those where it's needed. This one is already full, even though ratio wasn't perfect or anything. So I'll take this out, gonna put the 3 back in, and now I have a stack of 50 storages. When will I come back here to pick up storages? In about 3 hours, so I think it's okay. The belters won't be happy. The belters can go and belt somewhere. That's not even a word. 165 belts, hello. Yes. I have belts, I'm gonna use them. I have belts and I'm not afraid to use them. Okay, let's do these first. So, we have storage, we have annoying overlays, we have belts. Next thing would be those guys, the sorters. They just need iron plates and some circuit boards. The expanse TM. Yes. Oh, good. Now we already have this guy here, who is getting pretty full. I'm gonna double use them and pull out over here. That's what she said. No. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do for making these. Now what do we need to do to make those guys? There's 2 more. And 1 copper. So... this is gonna be a bit of a setup. Alright. I can use that one. Can I? I'm just trying to figure this out in my head how I want to lay it out, because this is what I want. Like a nice little tiny complex where you don't need to have extra belts and stuff. It's all just directly connected. It's the best thing you can do in my opinion. Which doesn't count much, I know. So let's say we were to go and put you there. And you are the guy who's making... yeah, that. So I can provide you this from the left, no problem. Because eventually this will stop because it's full. So I might as well reuse that. Then I need to put circuits in from somewhere else. So we probably want to have this here. Maybe not exactly here, but, you know, just bear with me for a second. That sounded like water for a minute. Yeah, no, really didn't. But, that's grass. That's definitely sand. It's awesome. This game is so cool. Okay, you... I'm getting distracted by all the beautifulness in this game, and that is a word. I made it one right now. You still need 2 plates and 1 copper plate. Now the copper plate needs to grab over there, so technically 1 smelter of iron can produce 2 plates while I grab 1 copper to make 1 copper. It would work and would halve the speed. Do I care? No. Why would I? There. You're not close enough, but I can move the belt for that. That's not a big deal. I can also put you there. Pull the iron straight from there. I have the next one over there. What I can't do is put another one and still have it reach that. So, I'm not even gonna worry about it too much. You... we're going to be this, right? You are something new. You're going to be copper. And that's what you need. So, let's connect that up. And here my brain goes, we should automate these next because I only have 7. Yeah, guess what we're doing? Alright. There. There. That should provide you with everything you need. That iron should come eventually. Yes. This isn't full yet. That's why it's... it will take a moment until it gets full because I just took about 200. As soon as that's full, iron will go here exclusively. Now it's not going because it has a certain amount of items in there for 5 recipes, and it's not crafting because it doesn't get the rest of the items. It's okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the 200 belts and do this. Also, when you X, you click, hold it, and now I can do whatever I want here. It always just takes the next attached item as, well, entity. As you can see there, I can't get anything else to be deleted. Nice! Just nice. There you go. Still kind of wish they had a like drag a rectangle and delete everything feature, but they don't. I guess you can't have all the things at the same time, especially if you're talking an alpha game that's already pretty ballerific. There you go. It's more like it. Corner. Could you please construct this? Right here. Thank you. Now again, I could put a second inserter here, but then I need 2 of these to be done when 1 of these is done. Doesn't matter, this could produce faster if I can put more stuff in there. This can't. They said, yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, okay, well. Let's see if there's anything we can use up in our storage over here. And yeah, there is. Do I want to? Do I need these for anything later on? I honestly don't know. I haven't encountered anything that needs trees yet. So let's put that stuff in there and be done with it. 544 megajoules. I'm still carrying around the coal that I wanted to put in there ages ago, and then I started clearing out things. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Yes, you can have these 9. So they're gone from my inventory. Lovely. Now all we need is power. How about there? Might have some more buildings over here. I know for a fact that this thing is needed to make the Mark II. So that might go here as well. Soon. It's not that soon. It will take a moment or two. How many are you making? 1. So, I guess this is enough then. And this should run. If it had the power it needed. It does. Well, it's getting there. Then again, everything else is probably backed up. That's not working. That's not working. The iron is now exclusively working over here. It's good. Yeah, it's fine. That's going. So we're getting the necessary things. Like 26 of these. Thank you. Next item. We have those, we have those. Smelter. Needs 4 items. Wow. And assembler, which is allegedly easier to make. Now, we could just be sneaky again. Let me get through here. And reuse that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So we just need the gears and the iron. A lot of it. Okay, so if I put you there. What are we making? You. I can get the circuit boards from here. I can get the iron from right here. And I need this setup, a smelter and an assembler to get the gears, which are going to go over here. That works. Works for me. And we have enough power, it seems. All fine. Yellow dot, yes, that means it's not producing because it's doing other things. I don't know. Well, this one right here definitely says it's not doing anything right now. How could it? I don't know. I haven't figured out all the icons yet. I haven't really worried about them yet. The only thing I always worry about is this, it's the power consumption. As soon as that's flickering, you get the electricity icon everywhere saying, "Ah!" And, you know, that's always a thing. You go there. You go there. That's 2 things connected. I want that here. Which means I want that. Oh, shift, left click. I want that here and here. And then we just do you and you. You're all in power range? Barely, but you are. The inserter over. Well, there you go again. The inserter. The sorter over here is just about in range. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And you. And that is it. Yes, we're getting all the things. Haha! First one coming in right up. Storage for that, please. Okay, that's gonna be a bit tight, but who doesn't like it tight once in a while? I didn't say that, you can't prove anything. Alright, 2 stacks. I think 1 is enough. Let's make 2. It doesn't really matter. It's just initially it needs to craft 2, and afterwards, if we take 1, it only needs to craft the 1 that we could have set it to anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Right, that's done. We have storage, belt, sorter, and assembler. Here comes the fun part. No, not even. Well, that's also the fun part. That one is next. Because we have these, and that one. Now we need this, and that one. And that I'm not going to bother. We're going to get something better soon, so we're going to handcraft them if we have to. So you need electromagnets. You need electromagnets. You also need circuit boards. Those are kind of boxed in, so I have to have a new setup for circuit boards. Which we probably do just over here then. You also need some stone, that's okay. You also need some iron, that's okay. And the electromagnets, which is copper, and magnets, which is iron ore. Now getting this to fit into one building, you know, into one building cluster without belts, that's gonna be a thing. And there's nothing I can steal from here. Don't need these. No. So if I were to place you there. I can have a building here, I can have a building here. That's 2 inputs we don't need to worry about. And then I can have one here and one here. And we don't have any output. So I probably have to have them spaced a little bit, like I do like here. This one is putting in, this one is putting in, so you get what I mean, right? So I can't have this too close to the belt. Then I can have 2 inputs on one side. I can have 2 inputs on that side, and I can have the output here. So you're not gonna go there. You're gonna go here. Right. Let's set the recipe. The first and easy things. What do we need first? We can grab the stone right here and that's done. We can do the iron right here and that's done. And then we're gonna need iron again for the magnet and copper. And we're gonna need iron again and copper for these. So those on that side is probably a good idea. This needs a smelting facility and this needs a smelting facility. Which is what we're trying to produce and which is what we're running out of. So it will take a while if I don't have the resources on me. That's annoying. I don't really have any of these pre-made anywhere other than you. Let's take 20 of those. So that does take a while. Make 10. That's too many. Let's make 5 for now. First one coming straight up. Lovely. So you go here. You go there. I could move you up a little bit and I could put another one down here. Actually, I could put those two down here and connect them. That is an idea. You know what? Let's put you over here for a second. So I can copy you later. You. Down here. You go away. You come back over here. That fits right there. What am I gonna put in there first? Probably just stone and iron. Okay, you, stone, you, that. And yes, I could have copied that. Who cares? So many ways of doing things. It's the variety and the fact that you can choose how to do it that makes this game so lovely. Okay, you can't place from there. Then we're just gonna place from here, and we're gonna give you some more. And you're just gonna go from here. You need a power. Probably there. Well, it is in range. Well, this guy isn't connected to anything. Well done. Can I have some of these, please? Well, not right now. What is crafting here? Did I just... That's too many. Yeah, that's way too many. I have 3. I never wanted that many. Uh-oh. That should be good. Alright. Probably clicked on this and then, you know, drag the mouse over a little bit and then click this a couple of times while this was set on 10 or something. It's fine. I'm gonna live through it. Do I need 10 more? Yes, let's make 10 more. And then over time we just connect this. For now, let's keep on going. So, that stuff is going in, that stuff is going in. Then we need those two. Where can we put those two so we can connect that? This needs copper and those magnet things. So for the magnets, I need to produce them right here. And then they need to go into a manufacturer. We have those already somewhere? No? Oh no, there was the gears. Okay. You make these. And then I believe I need this guy. To make those, yes. So that stuff goes in there. You also need copper. We also need copper and iron for the circuit boards right there. Huh. I can put you on that side. That reaches the iron, no problem. That's too close, right? Yeah, that's too close. Pretty sure it is. You get that, and you go straight in there. Which means I don't need you and you. So that's taken care of. Technically, I still need the copper. I have an idea for the copper. That's gonna look wonky. I like it already. Now we actually need to make the copper. And yeah, we do need a bunch, but then again, we're only gonna ever need that many smelters, so don't worry about the ratio. It's enough if we actually make some copper, no matter how much it is. And I'm just gonna do this. So you're gonna provide copper for me right there. Right in there. So that should satisfy that demand. I mean, it needs 2 of the magnets before it needs 1 of the copper. So this clearly is the bottleneck here. Which means we only need copper every second. Well, that's a sentence right there. So we can use this copper to make those guys. Because that also only needs one. And that building needs to go right here so it can attach over there. Right? Still following? It's awesome, I know. That's connected. So now this thing needs iron. Iron. There's no way to make this work if I want to have a connection here. I could move this over by one if I, you know, get the Tesla tower to be somewhere else other than here. Like I've done it here. Connect two different smelteries to that one building. I could connect this one to that building and that, but then I can't connect these two anymore. So, no. I'm just gonna have a separate iron thing over here. And I think we're just gonna do that. Yes, I'm making two, even though I just said screw the ratios. So you make 2 boards per second. And you need 2 iron and 1 copper, which you have here. Although half of the copper is going on that belt. You make 2 per 1 second. And you need more circuit boards than you need electromagnets. And you need more iron than I'm making, 4 times as much. But you need 3 seconds to craft. This might actually work out. Without too much of a bottleneck. I think this guy is going to be the bottleneck right here. I could take iron from here, put it on the belt and move it over here to have a little bit of extra iron. That is something I could do. Now, these guys need iron. Ore, that is. Let's do that. Also, don't need the one on the corner right there. Then we're gonna do this, and this, and that, and that. And that's a 1-to-1 ratio right there. Now, you're not getting all of them anymore. That's what I feared. Doesn't really matter. I should now have 10 of these. Lovely. Go away. Don't get stuck. Can't put it down here. I'm kind of ruining my straight line and perfect grid pattern right now. I'm good at doing that. Really only need one there to connect that all up. Well, let's do that. How far out can I go to connect that to that tower? There. And that one should be there. Yeah, doesn't really matter. For right now, it's good. How are we on power? Not producing anything because everything is full. Well, not you. Certainly you, 600 belts right there. Okay, you should be getting everything if we had that stuff connected. Now I have this one over here, so... See, that's why I have this on. This is overlapping. I don't need you right there. Even that sorter is still getting power, so it's... Should be enough if I put it here. Probably there. This guy needs power. Let's see if that works. Yes. That works fine. Well, then we just leave it like that. Iron is coming. Iron is smelting. Iron is going in. You're doing your thing, probably. You're missing this guy. And we're going to take 2 of those. So, there's copper going on the belt. There's no copper going in here yet. No. But yeah, it is. No, that's that one. Why is that a copper going there? Is that the wrong way around? No, it's not. It's good. It's kind of hard to figure out which one takes precedence here, or preference, or whatever. Then again, as soon as this guy gets filled up with these, which it should be probably round about now, this guy will back up. When that output is full, this belt will back up, and then it can probably distribute left and right. I hope. So now it's stuck there, having one that it can't drop. Now things are going in here, which means this can produce, which means this can produce, which means there's a slot free, so this can empty, so this will all, you know. Catch-22, vicious circle, call it whatever you want. The snake is real, the spaghetti code is real, everything is working as it should. There you go. Now we're gonna just put that into storage and be done with it. He said and failed to click the right icon while he tried to say that and failed to use words. Good going, scripter. Very, very good. How are we on power? Still have some? Yup. Let's go and get the rest of the wood. That plant matter. We've had that forever, but then again it uses the higher fuel value first, right? So if I take that out, then we're actually going to use up some of that stuff. Give me the rest of the wood. That's 4 stacks. Well, not full stacks, but it's 4 of them. So as soon as that plant matter is empty, I'm going to put the wood in there, and then we'll probably... Well, that's cool. We probably have that eradicated. Almost sailed there? Yes. Don't sail there. It's not a good idea. Also, as you can see, the belt is kind of getting empty now. Oh, I can't even click on this when I'm this far away. That needs to be a thing. At least being able to click on it to see what it does. Not necessarily being able to empty it, but, you know, you should be able to get the details of the building. Then again, even Factorio needs mods for that, so I guess it's okay. We're doing 210 per minute. The belt can hold 360 per minute is what I heard. So, for the first time ever, we're going to increase our throughput on the belt, if I can ever find the right thing. Produce 1. Thank you. Should probably put some of that stuff in my pocket. 10. It only stores 10. Great. So good we have 2 of these buildings. Also you, give me those almost 20. And some plates. Even more plates. That should be good. I still have this ore that I don't need. Not really, since we're picking up plates left and right. May as well. Yeah, okay. I knew I forgot one of them. Couldn't remember which one. Just wanted to use that to drop it off in there. Oh, I forgot that one too, it seems. Wow. Oh, at least we have enough buffer. Let's use up some of that plant matter. See, this is okay. So is this. Whatever. So now we're emptying the belt even further because this one is not full. So every second we're taking one. Yep, we're bad at economy. That's what we are. You can... I'm placing a building, that's why all of this is highlighted, not because I forgot to toggle this off. Good going, scripter. You can double up on the nodes. So you see, if I place this here, I would get these 3, which are already being excavated. Doesn't matter, you can do that. This machine will excavate those as well. They will just drain twice as fast. It's pretty good. I think we could try. Is there any way I can get this one down there? No. But yes, I can rotate it manually. So far, I'm keeping it straight. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes. And I like to keep it straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got to be kidding. That's also 5. No, that's 6. I'm not getting the one on the top there. Okay, come on. 6 it is. Nice. And we're going to go and connect you to that. Here's something neat you can do. If this doesn't scream Factorio at you, then you're doing it wrong all the way. I have no idea what that tutorial for the recipe copy just popped up when we've done that for the last hour, 2 hours. We just made a side belt loader for both of them. That's cool. This looks so familiar. It looks so nice. And here we go. Lovely. You backed up just a little bit. That's why that belt is pretty much full. You seem to have preference on putting stuff there, and now everything is backed up. But yeah, obviously this guy has preference. It's okay, I can live with that. So we could have just taken this line and attached it to the end, you know, coming from the top. Then this would have been a straight line, and this would have been a side loader. Then this guy would go first, because it's going a straight line, and this would try to push boxes in between these boxes. If there's no room, it can't push. So then this would have been the lower priority. But, you know, it works. I like it. That belt should be full now. You are producing nothing. Kinda don't want to take stuff out because, yeah, well, I can. I can. Let's see. That's 180. Okay. Hello. And that is 210. That's more than 360. So we're definitely maxing out that belt. Could have taken this storage and put it right here in the corner, taken from that belt and from that belt. Could have, should have, would have. Screw it, don't want to. Yeah, that was a sentence. It wasn't a good one, but it was one. It's mine, you can't have it. So, here we are. That goes in there. Kinda still would like to put stuff in there, but that's full. Man. Alright. So this is going. Even with pulling 1 item per second off the belt, as you can see, this is all completely backed up now. Probably because that is... No, that's not yet done. You're also not yet done. But that's pretty much the only thing that's still running, right? Those two. And all the attached machinery. That one is full, that one is full, that one should be full. Trying to turn these into the faster belts, it's going to be a challenge because there's no room whatsoever over here. I can still branch off over here and get a line in if I so have to. Can't remember what it takes. It takes 2 of these and something else. Can't remember what that was. It could be something easy, like those, because then I would just take it from there and run a line. Let's see. We'll see. Okay, so that's done. What is next? We have that, and that. Probably those guys, power poles. You just need iron and electromagnets, which we have over here. And we have iron here. So we're just gonna do the sensible thing and steal wherever we can. Give me one of these, and I'm gonna put you direct connection would be possible right there. What? That's not a thing that can happen. Fixed. See, this is why we're doing that. Okay, that, then we're gonna take... Yeah, we're just gonna take iron from here. Why not? Why wouldn't we? In. Out. You need to be careful here, because you can't stretch that and put it on the belt over here. That doesn't help you very much. So, yeah, you want this to be as short as possible, this distance. Words. We're going to do these, right? Done. Now we just need to output that somewhere. That's my storage. There's my storage. And I kind of want to fill up this area here a little bit. So... there's good. Will they stack to 50 or 200? I don't know, so we're just gonna do 2 slots. And, I mean, come on, 50 power poles or 100 power poles. A stack of power poles, no matter how much it is, it's probably more than 10. And that means it's going to be enough to run around for a while, so there's no need to have more than 2 slots. Otherwise, you know, the same stuff happens as we just had it with the ore. Who needs a whole freaking box 30 slots full of anything? If it's just for your own pocket. I mean, even if it's just as a buffer for whatever. Unless it's science. I don't see the point. And I'm thirsty. That's the thing. Right. Where we at? That's been made, that's been made. I wish you could color these buildings saying, okay, here's my output chest and not just a chest that's somewhere in between all of this stuff. That would be cool. You know, just click on this and then there's room up here, just down here. Just click on it, have a little color picker and then say, well, this. You know, the usual color picker, being able to put in RGB or hex or... If you don't know what hex is, it's the HTML code for all the programmers out there. Yes. Watchery, I can see you sitting there laughing. Well, I would. Right, let's clean up a little bit more space. Getting stone, getting stuff. Right, I think now it's time to go back in here because we're pretty much set up with the basic stuff. We need to unlock the electromagnetic matrix. Looks like a tesseract to me. I don't know. Hypercube. The blue hypercube. If you don't know what a hypercube is, go to the International Movie Database, have a look at it. If you don't like movies where people die in horrible ways, don't watch it. I watched that when I was 20, I think. Still gave me nightmares. Yeah. There's 3 movies out there. So, have fun watching all of those. It's actually quite cool. And right now it's a little bit retro, so it's definitely cool. Let's go with that, because that needs stuff we have mostly on us. And it's the next thing we really want, because now we want to get into science. I need some of you. I want more of you. All of you. That looks good. Now we need to get back to our drop-off chest. I should move that box over here somewhere, because we will be more and more over there. So I'm going to put down a new one. Right in this corner, because that's easy to find. Where am I? Right there. You, all of that. No, not that stuff. Oh, also, we're running out of power, I just noticed. Now I can finally put in that stuff. That's gone. You unlocked the Matrix Lab, or rather the Center Brain Connector. Sure. Whatever floats your boat. I didn't want to jump. I want to get out of building mode. Thank you. Can't reach. You. Don't really need all of that stone on me. Can I dump some? Some. See, I control clicked on that one, so it started taking from the first stack it saw. I guess that's how you would describe that. Just in case you get confused, like, oh, I just clicked on that, nothing happened. Yeah, well, you got a brain, use it, have a look. With your brain, not with your eyes, that's for beginners. It's just me being weird, disregard. When did you ever listen to me? You know it's a bad idea. Alright, so we have one of these matrix labs. Probably want to have some more. What does it need? Iron, glass, circuit boards, and those coil things. What are you called? Magnetic coil. They're electromagnets. That's what they are. Yes, they're magnetic coils that are integral part, vital part of an electromagnet. But, you know, it just rolls from the tongue better than electromagnetic coil. Maybe not, maybe it's just me. Right, so, let's go in here and let's make more of those. How many can I make? 5? Yeah. That's perfect. That's the amount I want. I just need some glass. And glass is chaton. If I remember correctly. So you grind down stone into fine dust and then you use that to make glass because sand around here is really hard to find. They could have just made an excavating building for that. But yeah, I guess that works. More coal. Which we are going to need at some point, but not right now. So I'm going to disregard the existence of that coal for now. Also, you haven't seen all the amazing stuff that belts can do and all the things yet. I mean, you've seen how wonky you can connect all these different things as long as they kind of share the same space on the grid, like horizontally or vertically. Like these line up, so yeah, you can connect them, fine. Same here, these line up, so you can connect them, it's good. Belts can go up and down, which is really cool. You can actually go here and say, you know what, place a belt, and I want to go over there. Or let's go here so you can actually see what I'm doing. And on the right hand side there, I gave you that tip like 100 million times now. You just press the up key. And now you're up one level. And as you can see, it takes... These many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To go up, well, 4 technically, right? To go up one level. You can go up even higher. I have no idea if there's a limit. It doesn't really look like it. Let's build a roller coaster, shall we? 0, reset to surface. Can I use num key? No. What did that do? It kind of all just went dark. Oh, it did work. I just had to move my mouse for it to work. Oh. I just noticed that we're getting a little bit of an overlay here. That's why it went dark, because it reset the overlay. It just didn't reset this guy. Aha. Okay, cool. So you can go over belts and all that stuff, which is neat. It's definitely needed at some point. For now, we're relatively spaghetti free here on this here little enterprise that we have set up. Yeah, okay. So we do now have the electromagnetic matrix, and we do now have the center brain or the matrix lab. And before we continue, we want to set this up. What does it actually do? Well, it has 2 functions. Let's put one down so you can see.
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock. The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the homeworld. You could upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
Thanks. Well done. It feels kind of stupid looking at the wall, knowing that on the video it looks like, yeah, you know. Never done that before, should do that more often. So, it has two functionalities here. One is make the science packs. If you come from Factorio, you now know what it does. It makes the science packs, which is the matrices, all of them. So we've already seen that we can now make a red one, a blue one, and we've already seen that there is a red one somewhere in the research tree because I've shown you some of the researches that we can't do yet. Or you can research. See, it highlights it here. Either make a matrix or research. In production mode, it takes resources, as you can see there, electromagnetic coils, and those circuit boards to make this matrix. Obviously the other ones, and it seems like there's 4 more. Hello Factorio. Will take different resources. In the other mode, the research mode, it takes these 5 products that you've made and turns them into raw science, which helps you research stuff. So we're kind of transferring out of that phase where we're using items to research, and we are transitioning, not transferring, to using these lovely energon cubes. There's the red one. I'm pretty sure if I go like here, I have no idea what that is, but it uses all the others and some other stuff. So there's blue, red, yellow, golden, bubble, and green. And a lot of them. Wow. Okay. So first thing we need for you, ooh, don't do that. Do this. Is one of these setups right here. And one of these setups right here. Now I already have this line going. Do I want to steal from that line? Probably, because a little bit later I can just exchange these two for fast inserters, and then these two can provide enough material for 4 smelters. So why wouldn't I steal from that line? Right now it's not doing anything because we're full on smelters. So technically you want your science to be, you know, on its own line, not interfering with anything, but then again, I could put it over there, but that would be stupid. That would be splitting things up. I could find more resource nodes. I mean, coal is already here, which is the only one we don't need, but I can go for another copper and iron and just do science somewhere completely different, but I'm gonna put it here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So, copy, paste, paste. Perfect placement. Well done. Thank you. Let's hook them up. You. And you. Then I need one of those. Why am I looking for it? I can just shift click it. Jeez, scripter. You just explained that to everyone who didn't want to listen, and you're still doing it wrong. I'm gonna put you here. It's a little bit tight, but who cares? And you're gonna go lack of item. Not anymore. And you're gonna go... Has to be there, right? So I'm gonna move you one over just to make it look neat. Why wouldn't I? I'm pretty sure we need a power pole soon. Yes, we do. I was thinking if I could fit some more wind turbines in here, but then again, we're not going to use them for very much longer, so it doesn't really matter. Also, water. Just going to stand here and cool down. Cool my head for a second. Look at that. Reflections and everything. Distortion in the water. For a factory building game. Hello? This is better than half of the RPGs I know. I know. Like, 2. Huh. Okay, so... that is done. That's one of the inputs we need, right? So, if that is one of the inputs, then you need to go here, because you need to be inputted. That's the word. It is now. You're making 2 per craft, and you're taking 1 second there, so I probably want just to make sure, I want to have 2 on you. You are going to be set to make that. So now I know that I need this and this. And what's the ratio here? 1 and 1 and 3 seconds. So 1 inserter would have been enough, technically, because I'm producing 2 per second. And I need 1 in 3 seconds. So yeah, I'm producing, what, 6 times as much? Which is good, because here's the fun part. You can stack these. So now I'm having 3 production facilities. They are all hooked up to the same inserters right here. Yes, inserters, I said it again. Sorters. They will fill up from bottom to top. So this will fill up with resources, this one as well, and then you can move up by like 1 and by 1 more. It doesn't change right now because there's nothing in there. Just believe me for a second. Same as the product will fill up at the bottom and then here, and it will drain from the top first. So think of it as a thermometer, if you will. The more you put in, the higher this will go. So this one is full first, then this, and on the other side as well. If it gets colder, you know, it will drain from top to bottom. You could also think of it as a water tank. Thermometer. Go science, because standard comparison and similes is for other people. Right, now we need this setup again, and you're just copper and those freaking magnets. 2 magnets, 1 copper, and I kind of don't want to have a bottleneck here, really. Okay, well, first of all, where are you? There, you go here. I could have just shift-clicked that. I messed that up completely, so we're gonna do this and that. We're gonna do... I'm too far away. I'm too far away to copy. That is a thing. Okay. It's a philo system, yes, that's correct. But then again, if you're having issues with thermometer or water tank, don't start with the philo system. Okay, so, still, what's the ratio here? 1 of those, 2 of those. So I want to have this one. I want to speed up as best as I can, for which I need more of those guys. Surprisingly enough, we kind of have a machine that makes them, and we now have 50 of those on us. Huh. See, that's why I automate that stuff first, because now, it took a while, it took us 2 hours, but now we can just go and make things. Until we get new buildings. Then we have to do this all over again. That, and then you can go here, and you can go here, because obviously... No, wait, this is standard magnets, right? The magnets come straight from the ore. Oh, wait, I can probably... I still need copper, which can go here. Then I could put one of those right here and not worry about it. How many do you make? Let's see. 2 every second. And you consume... No, not you. You consume 1. It's the same as we had with the circuit boards. It is technically enough. We're overproducing those. This is the bottleneck right here, not these machines. And I think there's a science later on that lets you stack these even higher, so then kind of the bottleneck evens out, because more buildings means more production at the same time, so more resources to put in. I could, however, go... This is the same unnecessary setup. I could just have iron, copper, whereas this iron would be the magnets, then the intermediate buildings, circuits, and magnets, and pump in, and that's it. That would work. I've made this so nice, I'm gonna use it. Screw it. You are going to be this. Copy paste. You have been set. You don't go in. Yeah, yes, you do go in there. You don't go in here. You go in there. It's fine. I'm getting confused. You. Are you already set up? No. Oh, now you are. Probably don't need to speed this up. just to be sure, let's put 2 on there, since we have them. And with that, we should probably straighten these out. Is there another key I can press to just make a line, like in Paint where you hold Shift and then it just gives you a straight line no matter where your cursor is? That would also be a cool thing. You know, it has a lot of functionality already. I'm not gonna complain. Right there. You're this stuff. Come on, this one first. You're going to be that stuff. And with that, it should all be connected. Now, this is going to produce matrix, right? So we need to put that matrix somewhere. That's why I made all of these. Why do I only have 2? I made 5 and I had 1, so I should have had 6 now. I don't know. Well, first of all, as with everything, buffer storage. Did I run out of resources somewhere in between? That could be a thing. This, I want to go full speed, so we're gonna go 2. That is probably full speed. I'd like to have the middle one empty there if I go 2, because then I can just plug one of these in there. Which I'm going to do over here, probably. Okay. Since we now have all the buildings placed, roughly, let's see about the power situation where we want to put stuff. That seems good. Now, does that catch these over here? Because those are not covered. But it works, you know, it works over here, although this could be counted as barely covered, I don't know. There's no reason to think this. Sad scripter. Make a note of that. Lack of item. I object. Lack of item. What have we been doing for the past hour? If this works, that should work. I could put it there just for symmetry. Then half of this would probably not be powered. No, I'm gonna put it there. Yeah, see? That side is covered, but this side isn't. So that is not getting power for some reason. It's a bit weird how the game works in that way. So I guess I'm just gonna put you here then. Fine, be like that. See if I care. Why wouldn't I? So that means I also need one up here. Then I'm gonna put that one right there. It's overlapping a lot. I could have put it on this side. I prepared my speech to put it there, so I'm gonna put it there. And you... do I want a buffer? No. Right? I want to keep this going at all times, because as you've seen, we might need 4,000 of them eventually. Might as well have this going full tilt whenever we have resources. And this is the first thing resources go to. I mean, yes, it goes to all the stuff we need to craft for our pocket first, but these are very small storage units. Whenever they're full, all of this stops. So this is the only thing that will be working constantly until this storage is full. And that will take a time, because we're constantly using this to research stuff. Afterwards, over on that side is where we have our other production for putting circuits on the belt, putting electromagnets on the belt, putting glass on the belt to get into mass production, which we will need with more of these buildings to do the red matrix and the yellow and the purple and the green and all that stuff. So yeah, there should be enough. I think at some point we will have to hook in more raw material from the side. We'll see. We will see. It's gonna be interesting. There's a whole another tier to this. There's fluids and stuff. There's not really fluids, because fluids are technically just items on the belt, like old school Factorio, with barrels and all that stuff. But you can use a conveyor directly into a fluid tank, and then you get a liquid. And then you can use a sorter to take stuff out of that tank. Well, actually, you can connect another belt to that tank and take it straight out. Don't think about it too much. Also, look at that. Look at that. Ah, I kind of want to have those on the belt because they glow in the dark. That looks so cool. You want to have a belt with all those science packs and just make a rainbow belt that goes once around the equator for no apparent reason whatsoever other than just lighting up the whole planet at night. And then, you know, you're gonna do this and you're gonna see this glow belt going around. I think that's a cool idea. And eventually, also, can't really decide if I want to say it doesn't look like much or it looks like a lot. Because, yes, it is small, and it's not doing much, and most of it is not running, and there's a lot of room on this planet, so it's not really that much, but then again, this is a decent-sized chunk on that planet that we've colonized, and where we're dumping our garbage in the ocean and all that. Alright, let's put that on there. Also, give you something to do. You're gonna do science. You're using 6 kilowatts? That's a lot. You're not having enough power for that, do you? No. All the circuits are orange, which means not enough power. Well, let me click. No, okay, then I click on this pole. Right now, with nothing running other than science, and whatever we need to fill up those power poles, and I think some of those sorters? Yes. We're demanding like 10 megawatts and we're only generating 3.6. With these producing 0.3 kilowatts. We need something better than that. So, science, help us. Because that's the next thing we really want, is right here. Thermal generator. Oh yeah. This turns fossil fuel or upgrade the fossil fuel into power. And as you can see, it produces 2.16 megawatts instead of 0.3 per machine. The energy efficiency 80%, so probably just get 80% of those 2.16 megawatts, or maybe those 2.16 megawatts are 80%. I don't know, this is probably 2.5 or something, and this is rounded down up whatever the 80%. And as it says right here, between the energy output and the calorific value of the consumed fuel has energy efficiency. Yes. Roll that around your tongue a little more, and then eventually you realize that depending on what type of fuel you pump in, you get more or less efficiency out of it. So, yes, I guess that's it. It needs 30, let's do this. We are not going to do this. We don't have those cubes in our inventory, we have them in here, or even better yet, in there. And that machine will now start the research for us, and we don't have to do anything. Unfortunately, that also means we can't see how much is consumed already. You can see the bar ticking around. That's all you can see. Alright, that's going on. I want one more of you. We're missing those guys. Okay. That's not a big deal. I could steal them right here. That would be kind of cannibalizing the wrong thing. How about you give me those? I just want one of them. And that should be good. If it's ever done. That's it. That's done. Good. Put that on top. And boom! Science is happening. And with that, since it's midnight, we're gonna wait for this to end. Next stream, we're gonna fix our power situation. Because it's about time we do so. I told you in the very beginning that all the way over there we have set up some coal. And we're not really doing much with it, other than fueling ourselves, which so far we haven't even done yet. How are we on... yeah. Still have enough. Thank you. Let's burn some of that fuel. I'm gonna get rid of all of this. And then we're gonna put down... Where is it? Oh, it's in power, where it belongs. We're gonna put down some of these.
The
Yo-ho.
thermal power station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you want it to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Yes. And to start with, guess what? We're just pumping in coal. And it's already here and ready to go. And it's going to be amazing. And we're going to have fun with it. And when we have the power, we can produce all the things. So, for now, thanks you very much for watching, everybody. And I will see you next time, which may be tomorrow, probably Tuesday. Depends. You know how it works. Watch Twitter. I always post 15 minutes before I start. And as always, I start at 9 PM German time. So, have a good one. See you next time. Find the right button. Bye bye.